Hey, it's Eric here with you on a Wednesday, and this is normally where I would do the Eric Says Bring It Back. But today we're going to do a special, just a tribute, I guess, for my thoughts of a legendary WWE superstar who has actually been on my mind and a lot of wrestling fans' minds this entire weekend leading up, through WrestleMania. Just an odd situation. The Ultimate Warrior has passed away at the age of 54 yesterday. What's so strange about this is that he made his first appearance in the WWE and in professional wrestling in over 15 years this weekend, and really got his time in the limelight after a lot of things throughout his career had gone wrong. There was the infamous DVD that came out from WWE called The Self-Destruction of the Ultimate Warrior, kind of, portraying him in a very bad light. But apparently all of that was smoothed over, and this weekend kind of proved that. It was Saturday night. He was the headliner going into the WWE Hall of Fame. He was there on stage and apparently had made peace with the McMahon family and with all of the WWE. Had a nice send-off there at the Hall of Fame ceremony with his wife and his two daughters sitting there. And then, Saturday or Sunday night rather, it was WrestleMania 30, and he appeared on stage with the rest of the Hall of Famers from this year for the first time at WrestleMania since WrestleMania 12. And then Monday night, as a surprise, he came out on Monday Night Raw and addressed the crowd. And looking back now at that promo, my goodness, just how creepy is this? Let me read to you exactly some of the words that he said in his promo as the Ultimate Warrior on Monday night. Every man's heart one day beats its final beat. His lungs breathe their final breath. And if that man did in his life what makes the blood pulse through the body of others and makes them believe deeper in something larger than life, then his essence, his spirit, will be immortalized. That's almost kind of creepy that's what he said Monday night on Raw for the first time. And again, like I said, like 18 years or whatever since he had been on Monday Night Raw. And then on Tuesday, his DVD comes out, the new DVD that explains the entire, his side of the story, and kind of throws out that whole self-destruction of the Ultimate Warrior DVD. And it was on that very day, on Tuesday, yesterday, that he just drops dead at an Arizona hotel. His wife was there with him. That's strange, and it just further takes the legacy of the Ultimate Warrior just in odd places. I mean, he just as a human being, and he even changed his name to Warrior. He has had some of the most crazy promos and interviews ever in the business. But I will say this: his legacy to me was one of my favorite wrestlers ever as a kid. It really hit me hard when Randy Savage passed away. That was a big deal. He was a big star in my childhood. But really, Ultimate Warrior was my childhood idol. That's who I looked up to. The first WWF card I ever went to was at the Louisville Gardens, and the Ultimate Warrior took on Andre the Giant. I mean, so that just incredible. One of my favorite moments ever was sitting in front of the TV watching WrestleMania 6 and seeing the Ultimate Warrior pin Hulk Hogan. I had never seen anybody legit pin Hulk Hogan. And I was a fan at that point. I had the big 6-foot Ultimate Warrior poster on my wall of this jacked up, painted up, crazy man, and anybody that would come into my room would just be like, "That's weird." I mean, yeah, he watched me as as I slept, this huge 6-foot man. And then my dad took me to WrestleMania 8 at the Hoosier Dome in Indianapolis back in '92. The Ultimate Warrior had been out for about 8 months or so it wasn't a part of the card. But I will never, ever forget how loud it was when he returned to save Hulk Hogan at the end of that show. And I've got the video down below that you can check out. But I will never forget that moment, and I will never forget how loud it was when the Ultimate Warrior came back. So through everything else that's been said since that time about the Ultimate Warrior, none of that ever meant anything to me, because when I was a kid, I looked up to the Ultimate Warrior. I had the pink and green wristbands. I used to tie the tassels around my arms and just run around the house and try to be the Ultimate Warrior. And it's just just an amazing legacy, and I'm so glad that we got to live that this weekend before tragically he passes away. It's almost like, it's so cliche to say everything happens for a reason, but I do believe in fate, and I do believe that all of that, whether it was Saturday at the Hall of Fame, or making another appearance at WrestleMania 30, or being there on Monday Night Raw and saying those now eerie words, everything happens for a reason. It's fate, and this man who inspired me as a kid is now gone, and I'm just glad that us wrestling fans who did love the Ultimate Warrior, loved what he did, got a chance to experience him one last time this weekend before this tragedy happened. So again, very strange to me. It's one of those things that it's just unexplainable. But now I will forever remember the Ultimate Warrior for the joy he brought me as a child, and definitely wish the best to his wife and his 2 young girls. And thanks for listening, and got some of my favorite Warrior videos down below. Thanks for joining me.